Let me tell you something uncomfortable right out of the gate. If your life went quiet tomorrow, no notifications, no praise, no validation, no sudden lucky break, most people would panic. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because they built nothing underneath the noise. Silence doesn't scare builders. Silence scares people who are never constructing anything to begin with. And it just punched you in the chest in the first 10 seconds. Good. That's how you know this room is for you. Because this space, this wolf den, has never been about comfort. It's about clarity. And clarity is rarely gentle. Now, let me ground this in time. Because timing matters. Today is January 1st, 2026. The very first day of a brand new year. A brand new calendar. A brand new line in the sand. Not next Monday. Not after I get myself together. Not when motivation magically shows up and carries you. Not today. While most people are half asleep, still hungover on hope, still talking about what they wish this year becomes, builders are already stacking receipts. Not resolutions, receipts. Because the new year didn't magically change anything overnight. What changed is the opportunity to compound one more day. A new year doesn't reward intention, it rewards execution. So if you're here on January 1st, watching this live, listening back later, or even sitting quietly in the background, you are already ahead of the noise. Welcome back to the Wolf Den. Not the hype version, not the flex version, not the look at my numbers version, the real one. The ones where you show up even when the algorithm doesn't clap. The one where progress isn't pretty yet. And the one where your hands are dirty, your receipts are quiet, and your future is still under construction. And if you are new here, I want you to understand something immediately. Before we go any further, this is not a motivational channel. Motivation is cheap. Motivation fades. And motivation lies to people when discipline is missing. This is a systems channel for people who are tired of pretending inspiration is a plan. I don't sell shortcuts. I don't sell manifestation without math. I don't sell trust the universe without also teaching you how to build a spine. What we do here is simple, but it is not easy. We build identity-led systems that compound over time, whether anyone is watching or not. So, if you're here hoping for a quick hit of dopamine, this room will feel heavy. But if you're here because you know, deep down, you're meant for more, and you're tired of spinning your wheels, stay close, and if you feel that energy, let me know in the comments below. The first day of the year, we're talking about something most people never even learn. What's up? Welcome in. Austin, welcome in. The difference between noise and momentum. Here's a fact. Not a vibe, not a quote, and not a mindset reel. Most people build their sense of progress on external feedback loops. Likes, messages, praise, sudden wins, attention spikes. Those things feel like movement, but they are not structure. My day is going great. Thanks, Austin. Okay, welcome in. YouTube in the house over here, guys. TikTok, where you guys at? Neon.legacy.official. TikTok in the house. Let's go, TikTok. Throttle this out. YouTube, throttle this out. Let's go, guys. These are things that feel like momentum. You know what I'm saying? Structure is what remains when nothing reacts. Structure is what remains when nothing reacts. Think about it. Let it land. If the applause stopped today, if nobody commented, if nobody noticed, what would still be standing in your life? Blind Melvin, welcome in. TikTok, welcome in. For most people, the honest answer is fear. Because they were never building systems. They were performing. Posting for approval, working for recognition, and moving only when validated. And builders were built differently. Builders understand something most people don't want to hear. Ron Berry, welcome in, TikTok. Silence is not a verdict. Silence is often construction time. Every real system has a quiet phase. Business before revenue. Bodies before visible change. Skills before recognition. Content before traction. Discipline before identity catches up. And the problem isn't that people fail. The problem is they misinterpret silence as failure. And when you do that, you quit right before the compound curve bends. So let me slow this down and speak directly now to the ones who feel behind. If that's you, don't flinch. Stay with me. You didn't miss the wave. You didn't start too late. You're not broken because it hasn't clicked yet. What's happening is simpler and it's harder. You're in the unsexy middle. The phase nobody talks about. The phase when you're showing up consistently, but it feels like you're invisible. The phase where you're learning faster than you're earning. And the phase where you're doing the work, but it hasn't paid you back yet. And the phase where you're building muscles nobody claps for. This is where most people quit. Not because they can't do it, but because nobody prepared them for this part. Watch Tech, welcome in, TikTok. Nobody tells you that builders often look delusional before they look disciplined. And nobody tells you that confidence usually arrives after evidence, not before. And nobody tells you that boredom is a skill, so people assume something is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just early in your own system. And this, right here, this is what building on January 1st actually looks like. No fireworks, no instant transformation, foundation. And let's ground this in reality instead of quotes. Compounding is not linear. It never has been. The first phase of any compounding system looks flat. No visible growth, no dramatic payoff, no viral moment. And that's true in skill acquisition, in strength training, in business, in content, in financial systems, in identity rewiring. What you're really doing early on is building capacity and momentum. Capacity to stay consistent without reward. Capacity to make decisions without certainty. And capacity to self-correct without quitting. Capacity to hold belief without evidence. The capacity is the asset. And when momentum finally hits, it doesn't ask if you're ready. It only responds to whether the system exists. Luck doesn't scale, systems do. And the people you think of as overnight successes are almost always standing on years of invisible work. And this is where the wolf frame matters, not as branding, but as psychology. Wolves don't wait to be chosen. They don't need permission. They don't perform for approval. They observe, they adapt, and they build endurance. And they move when the timing is right. A wolf doesn't panic when the forest goes quiet. Silence means listen. And if you're in a quiet session right now, especially at the start of this year, ask yourself a better question. What am I building that doesn't require applause? Because the moment that you stop needing validation, your speed increases. You stop chasing. You stop explaining. And you stop leaking energy. And that's when structure hardens. That's when confidence stops being pretend. Welcome in, Large Glenny. Welcome in, TikTok, YouTube. Welcome in, y'all. This is where it stops being a speech and it becomes a decision point, y'all. Marcelino, welcome in. Everything I've said so far means nothing unless it turns into structure, motivation, faith, systems. Stay. Joe, what's up? Welcome in. Let me know where you guys are joining me at. TikTok. That's why the wolf den isn't just a vibe. It's an environment. And that's exactly why the vault exists. It's not content. It's infrastructure. The vault is where builders go when they're done consuming and ready to construct. Clear frameworks, repeatable systems, identity aligned discipline. Big Smooth, welcome in. Real tools for real builds. No noise, no fluff, and no chasing trends. Just structure that you can execute when motivation disappears. And if you're wondering how it connects beyond tonight, yes, this energy lives outside this live. Our podcast, Soul Plus Systems, drops every Saturday on YouTube, behind the scenes, over at Neon Income AI, over on YouTube, behind the scenes for the podcast, Soul Plus Systems, out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Get it wherever you guys get your podcast at, Soul Plus Systems. That's where we go deeper, and that's where we actually slow it down. That's where the systems meet soul in long form. This live is the fire. The podcast is the forge. So here's the call, and I'm not softening it. If you're tired of waiting to be picked, if you're done confusing attention with progress, if you know you're capable of more, but you want systems, not slogans, the vault is open, and it's not for everyone. It's for the builders. Join it when you're ready to stop circling and start constructing. 7 AI, what's up? Welcome in, YouTube. If you guys are sitting there right now on the first day of a brand new year, feeling like you've been wandering in the dark, let this land before we end. You're not late. You are not broken, and you are not behind. You're standing at the mouth of a tunnel, and structure is the light. You don't need permission. You don't need luck. You don't need applause. You need systems. You need consistency. You need belief that outlasts silence. Builders don't panic in silence. They build.